Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I am Boss E. We're going to jump into my meditation, which literally consisted of me seeing somebody break a glass ceiling. Okay? You all are breaking glass ceilings. You have broken a glass ceiling. I don't know where, with who, how, what, but we are going to find out. As you can see, I was pulled toward a few different decks. And, I was just saying to myself, I hope by the time we sit down, we know which deck we supposed to use, because there's no way I could use all three of those. But this is what we doing. This is where we at. So let's jump in, see what's going on around you all in your energy. What's going on with this glass ceiling that you all are breaking? Okay, first card in the hand. The universe is your partner. The universe is working with you. Let me make sure I got this in frame. Yes, the universe is your partner. The universe is working with you. This has to do with your solar plexus and sacral chakra energy. Things like esteem, being in control, self-esteem, confidence, vulnerability, things of that nature. So the universe is working with you in several different areas, several different aspects, to make sure that you are in a place where you can reach your fullest potential, for where you're going. Sacred contract, covenant in the reverse. Okay, so y'all know what this feels like, right? You're being either moved away from something, or you have been moved away from something. Something can't get near you. Something can't latch onto you. Something can't come toward you that you can't take with you. Okay. Let's say one more, please. You didn't accept something. You didn't accept something that probably would have tied you to a contract. A contract in a place with somebody, doing something. How I heard it is you ain't had no business doing. Okay. Now I have one more card, please, and thank you. Galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. This is giving a very important that's funny, but you know what, it all depends on how you look at it, because how I'm hearing it is a milestone, and I feel like that's the way that you all could be looking at it. If you aren't looking at it that way, you need to be looking at it that way, because it's crazy, for lack of better words. The things that we like, the things and the situations, right, and the people that we attach ourselves to, not knowing what the outcome will be, just knowing that we're present and we're choosing. I know people don't often think about it like that, but like, that's what's happening. You're present and you are making choices when you end up in good situations and bad situations, you know. And I feel like in this particular situation, there is something going on with a person, with a lifestyle, with the way that maybe a role. Ha, that's what it is. Thank you. My foot slipped. A role. This has to do with a role that you were playing, that you have maybe played in the past, that you are choosing to no longer play. And in order for this contract to pretty much become null and void, it was only able to happen because you chose to stop playing that game, being that person, being that way, interacting with those people, being in that setting, whatever the case might be. You moved away from it, you got out of it, and the universe is backing you in every decision that you're making moving forward, because the reality is whatever decisions you're making to keep your boundaries held up high aren't malicious, you know. It's not about hurting anybody else. It's really more so about like knowing who and what you're dealing with and when to, I guess, like give energy, but it's really more like not give energy. Like knowing that you don't have to give energy. You're not obligated to give energy to people, despite whatever type of ties they may try to create or they may have already created. It's not an obligation. And getting through this season is a milestone. Sky dancers, surrender. Seriously. You may not know what's going on. You may have not known what would happen, like even all this time, because I feel like this is not something that's new. This is not something that's new. Whoever this is or whatever this is something that you've been like dealing with for a long time, a long enough time to know that. So what I want to say is to know that things had to change or would change. But I'm getting something different that I'm not sure I could put into words. Yeah, I don't know. All I heard it is I just heard it as time's up. Okay? Time's up. Justice in the reverse. Time's up. I feel like somebody played their hand to like the very, very end, not realizing that it would be the end. That's why this is a milestone. That's why this is more than a season. This is not something like this is something that you overcame. And I feel like more recently you had the opportunity to reinsert yourself into the circus, reinsert yourself into the cycle. And whatever choice you made it to not do that. I definitely think ultimately the universe is listening to you and your desires and working with you in unseen ways and unseen forms, again, to ensure that things and people and situations that aren't supposed to come with you can't. And you know, like that big thing that interrupts all that, free will, you know, that thing that we have to take responsibility for. You all are choosing to wield, that's the right word, wield your free will in directions of alignment. And with this galactic mushroom the divine is just making sure that you don't get sucked into something that you don't have no business being sucked into. Yeah, surrender. Herald of change. You are leaving. You have left a life. Almost said F leaving, like fuck leaving. Whoever, fuck leaving. You left. You're gone. This is not a part of you anymore. Somebody gotta get with the program. Somebody gotta get with the program. And they gonna have to surrender to the delays that they have caused themselves, so to speak. All right, so I'm gonna take this and then, heck, why do they want me to use this? I don't want to use these because I feel like, all right, I don't want to use these cards. This is the Horror Tarot, but this is what I'm being called to. And I feel like obviously I'm being called to it because if I haven't said it already, I didn't thought it, like, I don't know how many times since I started talking, but if somebody is trying to like open a door to you, one of the reasons that the universe is making sure that shit stay closed is because this person is not honest. They're not an honest person. They're not opening up an honest situation, and there is manipulation and deception buried all throughout it. So again, getting you off your square will only kind of have you do what they're doing, which is accepting the fact that whatever they're experiencing that's negative, which is a lot, is all on them. So let's talk about it. The strongest energy present is going to be the Seven of Wands. Trapped. But who is the monster? And you see why I didn't want to use these cards, because it's all monsters and horror and all that kind of stuff. But we're dealing with somebody who is constantly trying to open the door, open a situation. But you see that? They constantly trying, but you all are too strong. Yeah, they constantly trying, but you too strong. Two of Cups. So this definitely has to do with a counterpart, with how I heard it is somebody who wants you back. And they are hoping to, I think they hoping to slow you up. Yeah, they hoping to slow you up from like your real partner. How's the energy coming in? Justice in the upright. Like, this justice in the reverse is, again, literally to say that the universe is working with you, listening to you, to ensure that anything dishonest, not of clarity, draped in manipulation, is not something that you will sign your life away to. Because you already have something that is coming for you, that you have worked toward, that is honest, that is true, and that's not full of deception. It says she carries a sword and scales, but she doesn't want to kill you, just give you what you deserve. That this person has to accept their karma, so to speak. And sometimes karma is good. Sometimes karma is not so good. What's in the way here? Who or what is in the way here? Judgment in a reverse. With the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I think what's in the way here with the Judgment in the reverse and the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck is that this person, this King of Swords, is somebody who feels like they are bigger than the program. Somebody who will constantly try to like force their hand. This is somebody who will like, that's so crazy, but I'm so sorry if anybody has actually ever experienced what I'm about to say, but I heard it clear as day, force themselves on you. Some of these people have forced themselves on some of you all. They play a lot of games. They try to get into people's heads. The Page of Cups. It's a symbol of curiosity and intuition. This person is trying to get into your head to make you think that you're supposed to be with them. See? King of Wands at the back of the deck. Vision, honor, leadership, ultimate masculine energy. But you know, the King of Wands can also be a trickster, energy-wise, energetic-wise, passion-wise, and especially in trying to direct somebody on, you know, where they should go, what they should be doing, who they should be with. And I feel like that's what this person is trying to direct you to be with them. But how is it going to end up? Say no more. Say no more, ma'am. Okay? Empress. It still ends up with you becoming who you were always going to be. It doesn't matter how much this person tries to slow up your process. It doesn't matter how much this person tries to hold on to you, hold on to your coattails. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you and this person are connected in any way by like work, by like children, by like friends in common, by like living in the same neighborhood, by like going to the same school. It don't matter. None of that matters. This person could come stand in front of you, in front of your face, in your way every single day. And every single day they're going to be doing themselves a disservice because it's not going to stop you from becoming who you were always going to be. And you were always going to be the Empress. Not because of the life that people make you live, like people who don't like to take accountability. This is because of the life that you chose to live, despite what you went through with this person, despite going through what you went through with this person. I just feel like with that King of Swords and that King of Wands, we talking about some heavy mental, emotional, and energetic manipulation with this person. And this Seven of Wands, this could even be you, like trapped, but who is the monster? Like for real, these you see is Frankenstein. Frankenstein will fuck everybody up that's down there. For real. So they think that they like surrounding him and scaring him and they about to eat him alive. Little do they know, Frankenstein so throwed off that he might screw all them people up. And I feel like that's the message that the universe is trying to deliver to this person. Leave her the fuck alone, please. Leave her alone. Just leave her alone and put the energy towards, I guess, trying to I don't even know, because I don't know what type of time this person is on. Like, other than you, like, you the only time that this person is on. This person is on your ass. Outside of that, I don't know what to tell them, because it's not like they gonna get you back. They can't. The universe is not letting them get near you, and the decisions that you're making. And I feel like it's not even like no crazy, outlandish, nothing like that. It's just you using your intuition, you're trusting your gut, and you are not just with this person, but in general, being more mindful about how you disperse your energy in this life. Two of Wands. Ha! Two of Wands. Are you prepared for your journey? No, they're not. That's this person. They need to surrender. They really, 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 really need to do something different in their own life so that they are not stuck. I was just thinking stuck in general, but how I heard it is stuck on you. They are stuck on you. So let's just give a little bit more info before we wrap this up. What else do you all need to know? As we reflect on the universe, making sure that you get what you want. You get to move how you want. So you have change in them. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. And that's exactly what happened. Some people get in relationships and they decide that they want to spend their time, their effort, their energy changing somebody. You, on the other hand, you decided that that was not what you wanted to do. And instead of being like this person, you chose to not be in denial once they showed you who they truly were. Again, that King of Swords and that King of Wands, I knew it was going to come back. You saw it. You saw who this person was at their core. You saw the kind of games that they could play. You saw what happened when their mask was slipped. You saw that they even had multiple masks. And instead of saying, oh no, I could sew the mask back together with love, you was just like, you know what? I don't know why that tickled me. That statement just tickled me though, but I think it tickled me because it's just so common for people to want to change people. And me personally, I've just always been a person like, look, be who you are. If I like you, I like you. If we not compatible, we not compatible. But like, it's nothing like you like you is nothing that you need to try to do about it, period. And if you being you and me being me don't work for us being together, that is okay. It's okay. Sometimes, in my opinion, the differences make it even better, but you know, to each his own. So what else do you need to know? Not trying to change them was perfect. Curbing your expectations. You see the way that came out crossing. It says, when you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch your list and want what's real. So what ended up happening here is, again, when you saw who they were, not only did you not try to change them, you shifted. You shifted your expectations when it came to this person, okay? And I don't mean like in a way where they could get away with shit. It was just a way where you knew not to expect certain things certain ways. And sometimes that's like one of the first steps when it comes to being able to detach. Like, some people stop here. If they not getting what they want, if they not being treated how they should be treated, if things aren't going the way that they would hope that they would, you know what? They just be like, fuck it, and give up and stay. You was like, This is not going to work for me. You know why? Because I know what I deserve. If you somebody so, because I want to just make sure that I'm using the right words. You somebody so blessed and protected, right? That the universe is willing to block somebody from being able to even try to bring you a shitty contract. You came out as the Empress and justice is on your side. You are somebody that's like a master manifester. Being around you, being in your presence, being connected to you creates abundance for not only yourself, but for anybody in your vicinity. Okay? There comes a point where you understand that you can't continue to empty yourself, pouring out of your cup and never having anybody pour back into you. Never having this person pour back into you. Because I know as I'm saying what I'm saying, I know what the card is saying. The card talking about expecting too much, and I feel like that's not what I'm getting for this reading. And what I'm getting for this reading is the fact that you probably knew you actually didn't expect too much, and this person still couldn't deliver. How I heard it is, it's time to take your talents elsewhere. Oh, ignore them completely. Wow. Somebody says, so this person must be this person is going through something. Something is going on in their life, and the universe is protecting you and asking you to stay guarded. It's like being guarded. You are lonely because you are so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. But not this person. And I think this is what somebody was hoping would not be a factor right now. I think it's coming out like this because this is what the other person feel. The other person feel like you being guarded, but you're not. The universe is telling you that honoring your boundaries is the right thing to do. You can't go under judgment for protecting yourself while not hurting nobody in the process, like being malicious, All right, one more card. Burnt out. Burnt out. This person burnt. They ought to be burnt out. Keep trying to bother you. But this is where they at, okay? Last card. Procrastinate. That's all this person doing. They procrastinating. They do not want to face the music. They don't want to face the music. They don't want to face their delays. They don't want to face the journey that they have to surrender to. And that journey is not only a journey without you, but a journey where they have to face the shit storm, conundrum that they have created themselves in their own lives for their own self. Okay? Seeking perfection. Everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Empress, you about to be with somebody. You about to be with somebody, and you want to know what's crazy? All these cards say what they say, but I done got me a little something different from all of them. And what I'm seeing here with this seeking perfection, I feel like somebody seeking perfection either got their eye locked on you or they about to have their eye locked on you because for whatever reason they see you as perfection. And it ain't for whatever reason because you are perfection. I mean, this was just an idiot who fumbled you. But you're about to consume somebody's mind as the quote unquote perfect person for them. So yeah, that's your information. That's what you needed to know. Keep making those aligned choices. Stay on your path. Stay positive. Don't you fret. Don't you worry about what's going on. The universe is taking care of not only you, but others. Everybody's karma doesn't look the same. And that's just that. So if you like the reading, hit the like button right now. You found anything helpful, we could chop it up in the comment section below. If you are here right now, you hear my voice, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe right now. Share your energy with me. It's the best way to keep the vibrations high here at the channel. And at this time, I am going to send you all helpful, healing energy of unbotheredness. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.